morning. I'm Frances Rivera. We begin with breaking news. President Trump's agenda clearing a major hurdle in Congress. Speaker Mike Johnson's budget blueprint narrowly passed in the House with only one Republican voting no. The budget will now go to the Senate, where reconciliation will begin. The House resolution includes $4.5 trillion in tax cuts and $1.5 trillion in spending cuts. Republicans acknowledge that some of those cuts will come from Medicaid.
Medicaid is hugely problematic because it has a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse. Everybody knows that. We all know it intuitively. The estimate is, I think it's $50 billion a year in fraud alone in Medicaid.
Meanwhile, some Republicans are starting to raise concerns about the methods used to slash spending. Garrett Hake has more from Capitol Hill.
President Trump doubling down on his efforts to slash the size of the federal workforce after facing new backlash over moves by Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency. All of it centering over confusion over Musk's new post that federal workers will get a, quote, second chance to email a list of 5 accomplishments from last week or face termination. While the administration's Office of Personnel Management has also told agency heads that sending the email is voluntary.
Mr. President, can you clarify, hopefully once and for all, what your expectations are with this email to federal employees? What are you going to use that information for? And do you see it as voluntary, like OPM has said, or mandatory?
Yeah, well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also, if you don't answer, I guess you get fired. What it really is do people exist? We have this massive government with millions of people, and nobody knows who's working for the government, who's not. I could tell you 5 things I did last week. I could tell you 5 things I did 6 weeks ago, right?
Is he speaking for you when he says
Yeah, everybody speaks for me. I'm the one, I'll take responsibility. You know, the old statement, the buck stops here, right?
Meanwhile, 21 members of the U.S. Digital Service, the agency that Musk turned into the Department of Government Efficiency, resigned, posting online that they won't use their technical expertise to, quote, compromise core government systems, jeopardize Americans' sensitive data, or dismantle critical public services. A person familiar with the letter confirmed its authenticity to NBC News, but the staffers who signed it did not identify themselves. Musk responding, quote, these were Dem political holdovers who refused to return to the office. They would have been fired